Good morning everybody, and welcome back to Westcombe, welcome back to the vlog and another adventure into the world of engaged model railways. My name's Andrew, I am also known as Westcombe Model Railway. So what have I got for you? Well, apologies for not having any DVDs up over the last few months, of which will be explained because something exciting has happened to the layout. So I'm not going to lead into that. There's two brand new locomotives and a repaint that was on my list, but I weren't planning to do it just yet, but I've done it. So anyway, I'll see you in a minute. Roll title. Welcome back. Yeah, as I was saying, there's been a lot of changes onto the layout because over Christmas I did say I'm going to put a DVD out, well, video out. It didn't happen, and the prime reason was I damaged one of my pride and joys on my layout. I damaged the pendolino while having a running session. It suffered a bit of damage, and because of that I decided I weren't going to do a video over Christmas till I've repaired it. The pendolino's back running, so that's all good, but I'll show you the reason why. The corner has been redesigned. What happened was, funny enough, the pendo's there. I damaged the front end, so I've had to do some repairs on front end. You can't actually tell I've damaged it, but yeah, it got damaged unfortunately because it bounced off of this section here between the level crossing and the end of that coach there. It's bounced off the track, and as a result it damaged the front end. So yeah, that's back running, because it's, in reality, it's one of my statement pieces on this layout. And what makes it even rarer, it's one of the original 5-car sets with the two extra coaches put in, so that makes it just that little bit rarer. So yeah, I couldn't have my pendolino out of action for too long. Well, anyway, as I digress, yeah, this section has now been redesigned, but the statement piece round here is obviously the electricity substation, the pylon and the power lines. The substation is a PD Marsh kit, but I've done a few bits to it that weren't included in the kit. Those being the obviously the palisade fencing, the porter cabin, and the stone standing, you know, the bit there. All that was sandpaper, and I painted it the same grey as what the edging is. It's just a standard what is it, paint out of B&Q or other DIY stores you can actually get. But we had loads of this in the shed, so I decided to paint it the same colour. For the paint I used, funny enough, undercoat from a well-known car specialist. And then the insulators on the kit were painted in BR Maroon. These, the overhead, danger overhead warning signs, they came from, would you believe, ChatGTP. I asked it to show me some warning signs, told it what I wanted it to do, and it printed it off as a set of transfers. So I'll show you pictures of those. So yeah, it's a bit of a touchy subject using AI to do stuff, but for once it came out pretty good. And then we stroll onto the pylon. The pylon is from 7 models. Yeah, it's probably not the most prototypical pylon for a substation, but it's the closest I could get to a British one. I've had pylons on the layout before, and they were from Kato, and they were too big and not very prototypical. Actually, that's not a bad shot, that. So yeah, this was a pretty straightforward kit to actually build. It all folded up and did the job perfect, actually, to be honest. Again, the insulators, they are BR Maroon, and again the overhead warning signs, again ChatGTP. This one here is a that one there is a prototypical National Grid pylon tower, and when I was doing these on the computer, I told it I needed something for a pylon, and it sketched these up. It even actually says National Grid transmission tower number 1, I think it is, on this. So yeah, that came out pretty good. I'll put a picture up of what I designed for that. And being as you can actually see the actual power lines compared to, say, catenary wire, I actually decided I was going to thread it up as well and paint the wires. This is actually plastic rod, and the reason for using the plastic rod is because it's got a natural bend. You know, pretty much similar to what it actually is in real life. And I was reliably informed on the internet when I posted a picture of this up that the top wire does not actually connect up to a substation. But you know, I've left it in. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. It's model railways. There's no right and no wrong. But you know, it looks good. I'm quite pleased with how they came out. And then the other problem was how to connect it up to another pylon. Okay, what that is a transfer of a L6DT pylon, DT meaning deviation, and that one there is a suspension tower because it just suspends off. That one, as I said, is a DT, deviation tower, and the reason why I've used the deviation tower is because the insulators on them lie horizontal and not vertical like a suspension tower. But that pylon is a transfer then put onto a clear plastic card. So at the moment it gives the illusion there's another pylon there. So that worked out pretty well with that. And then obviously the other piece is the actual rock face. The rock face, funny enough, is something you wouldn't expect to get a rock face out of. Okay, this is the stuff it was made out of. This is what the cardboard packaging you get out of anything really these days. And the reason it was chosen is because of the surface. Okay, the surface gives it that rock face effect, as you can see. And then what we did then is you cut it into strips, right, and then you overlap it. Yeah, you're going to get lines showing all the way from top to bottom, but I'll show you a trick how to hide that. But yeah, that's come out. That's what it is. It's just basic cardboard packaging. Yeah, as we're saying, you can see lines on it. I haven't hidden that one up yet, and I've not hidden that one up yet. But what you can do then is you've got two options. You can either put some moss outside of it, like moss has been growing, or you can put some brown scatter material in it, or you can put ballast in it. But overall, the effect is quite believable. And then, of course, as I said, with power lines marching onto the top of it, it gives a rather interesting effect. And then scatter material outside the track, each side. And then with this side, I wanted to create a like bushy, shrubbery sort of area, unkept, due to the fact there's a pile on there, so they can't go out with it. And then when you look down the side at the substation as well, you've got bushes down there. And then same up top again. To hide the top of the rock face, there's shrubs up there, you know, bushes and this, that and the other. And then trees from Trees for You. What is it? No, the Model Tree Shop, sorry. So, yeah, that's my there's been no videos because this has been worked on, and also to give the effects of catenary running underneath it. I know it's not prototypical. Yep, the P word, prototypical. I've put some UK Series 1 catenary down there, and what I love about these is, again, they're magnetic, so when I'm cleaning track I can actually get to places on it and it just goes back into place like so. And this time round, I don't know if it'll pick it up, the track actually has a cant on it, so when I'm running stuff like the Pendolino, the Voyager, or in fact anything, to be totally honest, it looks absolutely brilliant when it's coming around the corner because it tilts into the curve and it's on both sides. So that'll be interesting to see how it videos, because I've not videoed anything coming around the corner yet, so it'll be interesting and a first for me and a first for you guys. So what are the new locos? Well, how many times been tied up doing that, and I have had other railway videos up. I've had a crew up. They've seen the other layout. In fact, I might call it that. Not call it Westcombe High Level. I think I might call it the other layout. I joined the Peak Army. I'm not going to lie. I bought a 45 after seeing a 45 in the real flesh. 45 118. I think it was that on main line. I bought Apollo, and I bought another loco, which is related to something that you may have seen on the door. that there, which is the Tinsley depot plate. So the other loco is a loco that I've actually been after. I've got another one of these, but the other one is one I've actually driven. I drove 47125, but I've got another of the depot's favourite locos, so we'll have a look. There we go, 47555, the Commonwealth Spirit. Bachmann model, well, Farish model, and I've got to say they've done the 47 proud. I might consider at some stage putting a couple of etched plates on it and a Tinsley depot plate, but yeah, I'm very happy with this one. I was impressed when they announced it. I'm impressed I've got one on, and as you can see, I've done the detailing on the front as well. So yeah, so what's the other loco? I've just said the other one's a class 45. We'll show you that, and my dad bought the 46, so we'll have a look at the 46 as well. Okay, here we are, 45115 Apollo. Again, the reason why I got Apollo is because it's a Tinsley class 45. Obviously it's a Rapido Trains UK model. Absolute stunning locomotive actually. And it's hard to decide whether this is the best Engage model or somebody else's loco is the best one this year. I've obviously done the full detail on the front, and it's the first time ever I've had to instruct actually had to read the instructions where details go. And I've also put the roof cover, the roof hatches on. The one thing I do like about this loco is the engine fan. Some real care and attention's gone into doing that. The blue looks just about spot on from what I can remember, and the detailing is absolutely amazing. This will be on the video in a bit, pulling some Mark 1 coaches. So yeah, we'll go and have a look at the 46. While we're here at Evercombe, my dad's layout, we'll just have a quick look at the layout. Plenty gone on here. And as you can see from this layout, he's got a rock face similar to Westcombe, and he's tapered that one up there, so it's you know, it's not all rock face down that side. Exactly the same principle as used on Westcombe, and exactly the same what is it? Same method. Anyway, we're going to have a look at this class 46. This is the class 46. Exactly the same, but the difference between this one is he's keeping couplings on both ends, because obviously his layout's a terminus, whilst mine's a continuous run. This will be renumbered. This will be D193 eventually, which was my dad's last peak. And the difference between mine and his is obviously he's got roller blinds on. I've got sealed marker lights on, an high intensity headlight. And then of course he has got a 44 as well. Okay, I've posed it next to the 44. So the difference is obviously the front ends on the 44 and the 46. But basically the same. And for complete fullness, we're going to put the 45 in the shot as well. So we've got the 45 that side, that's a Farish, the 44 which is Rapido, and the 46 which is Rapido. So, yep. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. It's very much appreciated. If you like what you see, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, or even better, subscribe. It's free. So all it is for me to do is say thank you for watching, and I'll leave you with the running session and show you some interesting new shots with the new section. Thanks again. See you later.
Westcombe, where the sky meets the trees. Trains whistle, stories softly breathe. Model rail